This cameraman's a pervert.
Well, Stephanie, have you had enough yet?
Enough? Excuse me, but unlike you, old man, I'm just getting started.
Uh-oh, I don't think Mr. McMahon is gonna appreciate that very much.
How dare you come out here and disrespect your father like that? You know, Stephanie, you were always a petulant, difficult child, and I see that nothing's changed.
And nothing's changed with you either, Dad. You're still stuck in the past, and you can't admit that the world has passed you by.
Let him know.
This is getting serious even by McMahon standards.
That's the problem with you kids today. You have no respect for the people who sacrifice so much to provide you with the things you take for granted. People like me, for instance. Well, since you fail to appreciate all I've done for you and for this business, by God, I'll start taking it back. Starting with your champion's title this Monday night on Raw. I made you, Stephanie, and I can break you.
Oh, I've heard it all before. Let's see how your so-called legends do tonight in the six-man elimination tag team match you set up. I've got some Raw and SmackDown superstars who can't wait to get in the ring against your old-timers.
Boy, these McMahons don't pull any punches, do they, Taz? No way, sister.
Sister?
I ain't never seen a family go after each other like the way they do.
So disregarding that commentary, there's gonna be another multi-man match, and you know how much I love those. Stephanie's giving Chris Masters a choice to pick between two partners. All the choices are good, but I'm going with the first one. Cena is Superman, and Randy is a safe pick. Hogan, Rock, and Bigelow. My team will do well against them, especially because Rock and Bam Bam are non-factors. The bout opens with the greatest WWE champion of the past, even though I'm more a fan of Billy Graham myself, versus the current and best superstar of all time. Seeing how well the modern day superstars stack up against the past ones in their primes somehow, will answer many questions we as wrestling fans have. I predict the styles have evolved so much that the older stars will fall short at measuring up to the newer ones. There's no doubt that Hogan is the biggest and strongest man between the men in the ring right now, but that's kinda all he has. Masters' team has great strength, wrestling skill, and speed, and I think that'll take them to victory here tonight. It's just a damn shame that this match is a side effect of the ongoing war between Stephanie and Vince McMahon. With that said, the champ has been taking it straight to the man that defined an era of wrestling. He's targeted the back of Hogan, which is a signature of Masters. Hogan is as durable as he is strong, and we see that with how lightly hurt he is after the Masterpiece's offense, and with how quickly he's able to inflict similar amounts of damage with a series of moves that end with a body slam. These two men are great competition for one another, which means their cage match for the WWE title on Raw should be one to remember. The champ's firmly in control of the Immortal One. He's using his shoulder as a battering ram to punish Hogan's chest, and it's definitely done some damage. Hogan avoided danger and goes to his corner to make the tag. Chris does the same, leaving John Cena and Bam Bam Bigelow as the legal men. And Masters with a strong shot to the back of Hogan on his way out. The champ isn't done with his eventual challenger. He's hell-bent on hurting the bigger man's back, and he's done a great job of it so far. The Masterpiece seems to have developed a ruthless edge since he's been WWE champion. And you can see that by how badly the leader of the Hulkamania era is stumbling on his way over to his corner. Pain isn't something new to the Hulkster, but it being brought so quickly and by someone who isn't a giant must be something new for him. What's this? Chris Masters just slammed his massive shoulder into his partner's chest on accident. And if you had any doubts if it really was or not, take a look at that master lock on The Rock. That's such a devastating hold, and it's made even more brutal because of how strong the Masterpiece is. In fact, the People's Champ's body has jumped straight into the orange afterwards. What more needs to be said about that submission? Speaking of submissions, Randy's got one firmly applied to the people's leg. Everyone but Cena storms the ring and the hold is broken up. The worst part comes to Bam Bam with that vicious back suplex. Masters runs interference more frequently than anyone I've ever seen before. That fact puts The Rock in an unfortunate position, either on his back or on his front. Just like that. Cena gets the tag now, and we can see that both Hogan and Rock are in rough shape. Masters has his sights set on Bigelow because he's the only fresh member of the Legends team. We've seen this with every tag match the Masterpiece has been in so far. He's never waiting around on the corner. He's always getting involved in the match, like he has infinite stamina and no regard for the rules. All he seems to care about is hurting his opponents and winning the match. In the ring, Hogan is just hanging around and the ref is doing absolutely nothing about it. What the hell is this all about? He's just standing there, yelling at no one. Cena's trapped in the sharpshooter, but his partners are preoccupied, and one of them is just standing there doing nothing. Get your worthless ass in the ring and help your partner, little snake man. Golly, the Masterpiece has to do everything. Despite all that, Cena manages to tag in the freshest member of his team, the legend killer, Randy Orton. Lucky for him, he's surrounded by nothing but legends, so I'm sure he'll have a lot of fun. The People's Champ is really hurt right now, so all he has to do is pin him. But if I know Randy like I think I do, I bet he's gonna take his sweet time to do it. Meanwhile, Hogan gets taken down by Masters. This team is dominating like I knew they would be from the very start. The Brahma Bull is helpless to defend himself, and to make it even worse, the Brahma Bull is just taking so much damage. He's deep in enemy territory and is looking for a comeback. Before The Rock could even think of his next move, the champ locks his waist from behind and drops him to save his own partner. And while the referee removes the Masterpiece, Randy loses the advantage as quickly as he gained it. The action slows to a near halt while these guys look to catch their breath. Randy looks to have momentarily stopped the tag, but The Rock is taking him over to his own corner despite that. He tries to return the favor from moments ago, but the champ has none of it. The Rock is saved from Chris Masters by the ref, but takes an arm drag from Orton. It appears that every time the Legend Killer gains momentum, he loses it immediately afterwards. That must be disappointing to witness from his partner's perspective. I say that because I know damn well I'd be pissed off if he was doing that as my partner. I'd take him over to the side and give him a wake-up slap to the face. Cena gets the tag. Maybe he'll finally manage to put The Rock away for good for his team. It's quite apparent that the Masterpiece just wants to be on defense to open a path to victory for his partners. The sad reality is, neither one of them can do anything productive for their unit on offense. I can only imagine the frustration of witnessing your guys unable to score a pinfall on someone that can barely walk. I love The Rock and regard him as one of the greats of all time, but he's completely wrecked right now, and no one is capitalizing on it. Despite the unfortunate mess in the ring, Chris Masters is working on Bam Bam. He's the least hurt of them all, but most certainly wouldn't survive a pin after taking a master lock. No matter the relevance of that, the Masterpiece is still hell-bent on damaging that flame-covered beast. With all the opponents' bodies in the red, this match should be a breeze for the modern-day superstars. Never mind, between Cena and Orton, I don't know who's worse. I think the champ needs to get in the damn ring and end this match before I fall the fuck to sleep. Look at this guy doing absolutely nothing to score the win. And now he's having a rest. Oh, what the hell? I give up. I'm tapping out instead. Please end this match already. You guys are taking so long to do absolutely nothing. At this point, I'd pay everyone in this ring to go home right now. It doesn't make any damn sense. You have all three opponents staggering around like zombies and still no pinfalls. What else can Masters do to make it easier for his partners to get the win? Well, Cena's back in, but I've lost so much faith in this team, I'm doubtful that he'll do much good. Now please, do something. Randy just hit the RKO, and Cena somehow manages to mess the pin up. Please, dear Lord, end this match before I start drinking. I'm in such a mood right now. I know I wouldn't have a problem with fucking up my liver with some Kentucky whiskey. I better not do that, actually. I'd probably break everything in this room, and Lord knows I can't afford that. The Boston Crab, made even more useful because the guy doing it is almost from there. Could the end be near? Of course. Oh wait, the STFU. Am I being saved from this nightmarish hellscape? And nothing there either. Well, we have a cover here, but the ref's just staring at the masterpiece. Look, I get it, sweetheart, but now is not the time. The Rock's eliminated. I must have missed something because I didn't know this was an elimination tag match. Nonetheless, the match is 3-on-2, advantage to the present generation. No amount of incompetence should stop them from winning. And no, that's not a challenge. I swear these guys are trying to do everything but win this match. I understand making a statement and showing Vince the error of his ways, but it's been almost 10 minutes. Wrap this up. It's at times like these where I truly wish that countouts were a thing. I wouldn't hesitate to eliminate these prehistoric fossils that way. What makes this whole thing so bad is I talked all that good shit about Cena, and he's as useless as that small snake man. I take back any good thing I ever said about either of them. I thought these former champions would be the best partners and would make winning this match easy, but I was definitely wrong about that. When this match ends, I hope to never see these two so-called partners again. I'll have the masterpiece break their backs and make them humble with the master lock. Now on a much lighter note, Cena is doing a great job keeping the beast from the East down, and Chris Masters is making damn sure of it when he can. The champ is patrolling that part of the ring just to make sure that if he needs to slide in, he can get in and out quickly. So far, Super Cena has everything under control, and he's even got a finisher too. Cena traps Bigelow in the STFU. Masters hits a bulldog. He doesn't tap out. But just like what happened to The Rock, he gets pinned after it. All that's left is Hot Dog Hogan's ketchup and mustard colored ass. Gotta love OSW review. I don't understand what this knee bar is all about. His legs aren't even that hurt. But trying to explain anything in this game is pointless. I'm better off just running face first into a brick wall. Masters gets the tag, and hopefully he's here to end this match once and for all. And just like that, it's over. Thank God. When you put together a team of Randy Orton, John Cena, and the WWE Champion, Chris Masters, how could you be expected to do nothing but win? That's at least what I thought before the match, but now I just hope these guys never wrestle together again. Of course they won, but I feel like I just aged 20 years just sitting here through that mess. Let's just move on now, please.
Hey champ, it's Steph. You will not believe the monstrosity my father is having assembled in the ring tonight. When he said it would be a cage match, I didn't think... Well, you'll see for yourself. It's just another example of how out of touch he is with today's WWE. And you're gonna prove it tonight, when you beat his hand-picked legend and walk out of there with that title still around your waist.
That's right. There's gonna be a cage match for the WWE title. Past versus present. Vince versus Stephanie. Leg drop versus Masterlock. Hulkamania versus the Masterpiece. I'm surprised they're willing to give this once-in-a-lifetime dream match away for free on Raw. This is a WrestleMania match if I've ever heard of it, but I don't book the shows, now do I? A deranged, out-of-touch, morally questionable grandpa does. I can't act like that's a solvable problem because it's still happening today. Moving on. Hogan is no stranger of cage matches, facing the likes of Paul Orndorff, King Kong Bundy, Andre the Giant, and many more. But will that experience be enough to save him against a young, hungry, and handsome stud that is Chris Masters? Hogan has been known for taking ridiculous sums of punishment before firing back and winning, but is that going to be possible against Chris Masters? What's he got in mind here? Hogan has his face slammed into the steel. That doesn't factor into hurting the body like Masters is good for, so you know it must be to wake the Hulkster up. If that really is the case, he's very slow to do so. Maybe the icon needs a little more motivation. How about some elbows? This might be it. Has Hogan awoken? Yes, he absolutely has. Here comes a body slam. The champ's flat on his back, and now is getting a knee shoved into it as well. There are no tap outs, so you know this is just to prove a point. Hogan's cooking with submissions and targeting the knee. It seems like the point might have something to do with him showing how good a wrestler he actually is. If not, he's just trying to punish the champ before taking his title. Another shot to the knee of Masters. How will this affect his ability to use the Master Lock? He refuses to just lie there and take any more damage. He needs to turn things around because the challenger is in better condition so far. Neither man is going to hand over control to the other without putting up a fight. I wouldn't expect anything less from these two competitors, but I wonder how much they can keep this back and forth going. Oh no! He's getting his perfect face grated across the steel mesh like it was a piece of cheese. Hogan ought to be ashamed of himself for doing that. How does he expect this company to be marketable without a remarkable face like Chris Masters to put on the publications? Okay, good. The Masterpiece's face looks great and doesn't seem messed up either. Woo! That was too close for comfort. Hogan's got a knee forced into his back once more. The champ is draining any momentum the Hulkster built up from that previous savage attack. Masters takes control, and as punishment for that despicable act of disrespect, he makes sure that a back suplex sends the icon into the mat. The shot to his body and back are really adding up now. I bet Hogan's trying to build up for one of his famous comebacks, but Masters isn't the one to try that on. Shows what the hell I know now, doesn't it? Oh, Hogan with an incredible press slam. Chris Masters is really in rough shape now. Now he leads into one of the Masterpiece's favorite submissions. Could Hogan actually beat him for the title here tonight? Another hold that goes nowhere, but leads to a reversal. The ref gets too close to the action. It happens every time, and that's always the move to do it. Hogan's knocked out, and Chris Masters is scaling the cage. That large man moves so fast that Hogan couldn't even interrupt him from escaping the cage for the win. Holy shit! It's the first time I'm seeing the Masterpiece wearing the title. Aside from it still looking like a damn replica, it's kinda nice. Now you guys know I'm not a fan of escaping cages to win matches like these. I'd rather just had Masters pin him after Masterlock. Why does he have to look like a bitch trying to run away from Hogan? Oh well, I'll get over it eventually. It'll be easy as long as I get to see that.
There's Stephanie McMahon, and she's got to be feeling pretty good. What the hell?
This is Kidnapping.
Look, that's Roddy Piper. I know who it is, King, but what the hell is he doing here? And what does he want with Stephanie McMahon? Someone's got to get back there right now. He's abducting the billion-dollar princess. Stop him!
Okay, let's just slow this down. Roddy Piper kidnapped Stephanie McMahon. What the hell was that about?
Mr. McMahon, I can't imagine what you must be feeling right now. Believe that.
You're damn right you can't.
I'll leave you to it.
You! Well, I hope you're happy with yourself. I want you to know that I hold you personally responsible for my daughter's kidnapping.
You bought him back.
Listen,
No,
Vince.
you listen. All the showboating you've been doing, and not once did you stop to think of the consequences. Only one man has ever really been able to keep Roddy Piper in check, and you destroyed him in the main event Monday night.
Vince, I had no
You're
idea.
damn right you didn't. Now you're gonna help me get my daughter back and undo the damage you've done, or so help me, Al.
Call the police? Hey, no touching greatness, bro.
She's my only daughter. Please. I'm begging you as a father, help me get my little girl back.
He'll help her if she helps him.
I'll give you the night off to think about where you want to go from here. I'll expect to see you on Raw this coming Monday. That's all for now.
You know what? I don't feel sorry for him. And he owes Masters $1,000 for laying on his chest. That shit ain't free. So wait, hold on. We're just starting the storyline now? It was called Saving the Princess or something. The rest of that must have just been filler. It definitely has nothing to do with his kidnap storyline.
Hey, champ, it's Hot Rod. I bet you I'm the last guy you expected to hear from, didn't you, huh? I hear that old Vince has drafted you into helping him with his little princess and getting her back. I know. He made a big show of it to you, didn't he? All first angry, in that varicose vein in his nose thumping, and then showing that soft, delicate side, that feminine side he has. Did he shed a tear, huh? Oh, I bet he did. Oh. Well, listen up. Vince McMahon doesn't give a damn about you. I was one of his biggest stars. But did I get a call when he started bringing in these so-called legends? No! He uses people and throws them away when he's done, just like he'll do to you. And as soon as he gets his little girl back, you will be mud. So here's my counteroffer. I've got something he wants. That gives me power over him. You work with me, and we control the most powerful man in sports entertainment. So what do you say, champ, huh?
First of all, I just found someone as rambly as me on the mic. Second, I don't advise Masters to join criminals so you can just go straight to hell. As a matter of fact, you can take Stephanie right to hell with you for all I care. I mean, no, we gotta save the princess.
I just heard that bastard Roddy Piper's been contacting the legends I control and trying to turn them against me. It's time to show them that you don't screw with Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Roddy Piper was just sighted at a bar trying to convince Cactus Jack to join him. I want you to head over there and beat the hell out of them if you find them there.
You know, this storyline feels like DLC for the SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 Legend storyline. They just added a character and gave a revamped storyline with a bad ending, it seems. And look, I don't have a problem with it, but it's just like wrestling to give you more of the same, but slightly better, or worse depending on your perspective. Anyways, Cactus Jack has to be taken out because he was talking to Roddy Piper. Is that all it takes? According to the broken up father, this is going to give us a lead to get him. I think there's a rule against investigating a case that's personal to you. Some kind of conflict of interest. Wait, isn't that the name of a storyline already? Huh. Nonetheless, I'm playing a match I have no idea how to win. Apparently, you win by KO, but the masterpiece has no knockout moves. I really don't even know how I'm about to do this. Holy shit! I've been around a lot of pinball machines in my day, and I haven't met the first one that exploded when someone slammed into it. Imagine if that were real. On second thought, don't. That's scary as hell. Looks like it's time to do it again. This shit is crazy. Even Masters look shocked. I see how messed up this place is for fighting dudes, but I'm kinda curious about what else can happen in this little room. In case you didn't get the hint, you little shit, that means stop reversing and let Masters explore this place by throwing you into everything. You ain't nothing but a fluffy-haired asshole that needs to be beaten until you stop reversing. Well, damn, I can't seem to reverse anything myself. Get off the champ, you giant rat! Cactus is already pretty badly damaged, but I wonder, how the hell am I going to KO him? Alright, well, let's just try to run him into more things like that jukebox over there. Never mind. I don't know why he stopped short, but I'll just have Masters pummel him with a bunch of strikes while I figure out what to do next. How about throwing him into the monitors? So smashing his face into the screen right there shows Tori. Wait, is that supposed to stun lock him or something? Are you trying to tell me that Cactus Jack is horny for Tori? Why did I even say that? No one wants to picture a horny McFoley. A throw into the light bar, followed by the master lock. I know that won't knock him out, but at least his body is red, if that even means anything in this match. Alright Jack, time to go into that wall over there. I wonder what dangers this spot will offer. What? That's it? Well, that was shit. I guess I shouldn't expect everything here to be as nice as that pinball machine. Like this one right here. What will a catapult into a dartboard do, besides maybe put your eyes out? Of course. Nothing really happened there either. Now how do I end this match? What else can I even run this guy into? Is there anything else? Okay, maybe not. What is even happening right now? Go somewhere and stop reversing, you toothless cretin. Please bear with me on this. I gotta find some way to end this thing. What do I need to smash him into, and where the hell is it located? Come on, dude. What's the answer to this strange puzzle? I don't see anything I could KO him with. I was thinking the bar counter might be useful, like in the previous game, but it isn't. Either that, or I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. I was trying to play a wrestling game, not Minesweeper. I don't have the IQ for something as complex as this. I'm gonna need mental, physical, and spiritual help after all this bullshit's over. Well, to brighten the mood a little, how about I do this? Nut check. And you pass. It would be so nice if there was a tip or a hint somewhere around here. I bet if anyone's actually watching this, they're just smashing their head against the wall, hoping my little brain can do the right thing to end this damn match. If so, sorry for your lost brain cells and mine. I'm about as lost as a polar bear in the fucking desert. And now I'm picturing said polar bear running around in the place of the masterpiece because I genuinely believe that I lost my mind. Out of every match I've played and commentated over, this is the first one that I have to admit I'm lost for words. I have no idea what to say anymore. This match has turned me into a rambling lunatic, kind of like Piper in that message when he tried to get Masters to join him earlier. Okay, let me try to pull it together here. Cactus Jack seems to be dragging the champ towards the bar counter. But for what? It doesn't matter now, because Masters has taken control. Now regarding how to end this match, how about I try the machine that started this match off? That's right, the pinball machine. It's the only thing that did any significant damage, so I'm hoping it'll get me the hell out of here. Oh great, and now the masterpiece takes a running choke. What's with my dude's face right here? He does not look okay. All I know is the people who made him really did him dirty in the face department. Poor guy. Well, let's just try this pinball machine again. That's all it took? I had Masters running around back and forth like a damn idiot this whole time. What a disappointment. I promise you this, I'm never playing this match type ever again for as long as I live, and you can quote me on that.
You're not gonna believe this, but I just saw Roddy Piper on a security monitor talking to Bam Bam Bigelow in the parking lot. He didn't even try to stop the son of a bitch who kidnapped my daughter. Get down there right now and stop them, by any means necessary. I've got some worthless security personnel to fire.
I don't want to deal with this guy anymore. Well, damn. Aside from that, what the hell is Bam Bam supposed to do? Beat Roddy's ass and drag him to the feet of Vince? Actually, now that I say that, I bet that's really what he wanted. Well, I hope you enjoy meaningless brawls with legends because this section is full of it. Now, one thing to bring up is there was nothing mentioned about what happened as a result of us beating down Cactus Jack. So it feels like Masters fought him for nothing, and now he's got to face this guy. Either Vince is blinded by the rage of someone taking his daughter, or that bastard knows more than he's letting on. Conspiracies aside, Bigelow is getting his ass beat like we all know he would. The last match taught me you just have to throw people into things to knock them out. So I guess when Masters picks his fine ass up off the ground, we'll do just that. Never mind then. The beast from the east is dragging the champ around, and I'm not a fan of that, if I'm being honest. Finally, a reversal leads to an advantage. Alright, big man, I need you to cooperate with me here. You need to run into a bunch of these objects right quick. Oh, come on. I know I can get something more than that from this limo. Just cracking a window is mere child's play in a parking lot brawl. Okay, I guess I can be happy with that. He went from cracking the glass into breaking it. I maybe need to lower my standards from that exploding pinball machine. Oh, come on. That's not the sound flesh makes when it's raked across a car. I mean, I assume that's not what it sounds like. I've never done something like that to anyone, I promise. Let's not talk about that anymore, shall we? Oh look, something's about to happen. Now I'm liking this. There's something new every time I throw him against the car. With 2 finishers stored, it's time to show you the garbage truck's ass end. How do you like that master lock, Bam Bam? Since his body is red, I'm hoping that means he can be KO'd. I don't actually know how that works, but it seemed to have worked in the bar in the last match. Bigelow, my man, could you please relax with the reversals? I said please. Stop resisting. I know you know the end is near, but just take it like a man. There you go, big man. All that reversing got you nothing but a face full of garbage. And there you go. Bam Bam was beaten. And for what? Was he a part of this kidnapping plot, or was he in the wrong place at the wrong time? So evidently, Piper is done running and is going to meet McMahon in his backyard, which I assume is the ring. I'm quite sure Vince is going to have a punishment waiting for his rambling ass.
Listen up, I just heard that Roddy Piper actually has the grapefruits to show up tonight on Raw. Obviously, we're going to have a little surprise waiting for him. I know that you and Hogan haven't always been on the best of terms, but he's always been able to keep Roddy Piper in line. So I'm going to cover my bets and have both of you ready to go after him when he comes to the ring. We'll call it a no DQ handicap match so that no one goes to jail. But I want you to make that son of a bitch pay for what he's done to me.
What do you mean, so no one goes to jail? Are you forgetting that he kidnapped your daughter? I'm not completely sure, but I would expect that to be a jailable offense. If I'm being honest, this match shouldn't even be happening, and Piper should be in jail. Case closed. End of story. Something sus about this to me, like everything else the McMahons are a part of. Nonetheless, Masters and Hogan team up against the Kidnapper to teach him a lesson. Seeing as no one could beat Hogan during their time, this match is a little bit overkill. But I guess that's the point, isn't it? If I was Vince, I'd put myself in this match, on the Masterpiece's side, and beat the shit out of the man that kidnapped my daughter. I'd leave him alive enough to tell me where the hell my daughter was, then hand him over to the Undertaker to embalm him or whatever the hell his big dead ass does with people. I don't know if I can say Roddy Piper deserves this kind of treatment, but he aligned himself with the people who stole the champ's title. This beating seems to be inspired by that very theft Stephanie carried out last week. I'm just glad it's not her that's in this ring right now. Back to the match. Hogan is doing his best submissions against his opponent. Don't worry about any match psychology from him. He's just flexing on the smaller man. Out of nowhere, the Hulkster just dropped the immortal leg drop. He's a lot quicker than I gave him credit for. Will this be all for the rowdy one? He kicked out. Few men have ever kicked out from Hogan's leg drop. I honestly didn't think Piper had it in him. I guess Masters has seen enough. He's been watching and waiting for a chance to decimate Piper. And this is how it starts. Never mind, it seems as though Hogan has other plans. So Piper is having his leg worked over for some reason? His body is red and legs aren't really hurt. Well, do your thing, Hulkman. Chris Masters is just posing for his adoring fans in the meantime. Oh dear Lord in heaven. No, Chris. Move. Change the camera angle. Hogan hits the leg drop, but only after something I don't even have the words for happened. The cover. And the win. Now please, never get on your knees in front of anyone like that again.
It looks like he's had enough. Too bad for him, his opponents don't agree.
Hey, it's Stephanie.
Look at this. It's Stephanie McMahon. She's here. She's okay.
That Jezebel.
What the hell? He's got to have a death wish or something. What in the Sam Hill's going on here?
That asshole
It
got my
looks like
title.
Stephanie McMahon is working with the man who kidnapped her.
Mr. McMahon must be watching this. Why doesn't he do something?
Cause he's a two-timing, backstabbing, good-for-nothing old bitch who should be shot in the ass. Oh, of course. This storyline just had to swerve you, as if it was written by Vince Russo himself. I told you, you can't trust a McMahon. You've got a better chance escaping the fiery pits of hell than to trust one of them slimy bastards. I can only imagine what would happen if you chose to help Piper. Well anyways, Chris Masters has a first blood match with the rowdy one, and honestly, I have no issues with him. He never touched the Masterpiece's heavenly physique, even one time. I might actually be wrong about that, but shut up, okay? I'm doing my thing. I only have a problem with those lion-ass McMahons. One tried to fill out the Masterpiece's manly chest without paying for it, and the other one kneed him in the meat basket. Not to mention she stole his WWE title. All I want from Masters is him to get his title back and to put Stephanie in the Master Lock. This guy right here is just an unfortunate side effect of that very situation. He's guilty by association, and the champ is serving him with his punishment. The tides have turned in the favor of the Hot Rod. Of course, he wasn't just gonna sit there and take a beating from the champ. But as far as punishment goes, the Masterpiece can take a lot, so don't get comfortable. I swear, these damn refs always get too close to the masterpiece. It doesn't matter if they're on Raw or SmackDown, these little men just love taking it to the back from our beefy hero. A hard shot with a flesh-tearing barbed wire wrap 2x4. Rowdy's trapped in the master lock. It was meant for Stephanie, but the hot rod will just have to do for now. I bet she's looking on in horror, and if not, she should be by now. Look at Masters raking that barbed wire across the forehead of Piper. I'm actually not a fan of something like that, but in this context, rip him wide open, champ. It's clear Chris Masters is planning on punishing the hot rod far worse than he did last week. A steel chair has been introduced into the match, but it's knocked away. Oh, look at this. The referee gets too close yet again. Why am I not surprised? This guy just loves having his back blown out by the masterpiece. Keep it up and you're gonna need a wheelchair, buddy. Piper takes a double arm DDT. A move that's never been his finisher, mind you. Masters is going all in with that steel chair, clearly wishing to show Piper his own blood. You better believe the entire time he's brutalizing the hot rod, he's thinking about Vince McMahon. Another double arm DDT gives the already broken down Hall of Famer a red head. Nothing good will come from the champ bringing a sledgehammer into the ring. This match appears to be a contest to see how much damage Masters can do to the already battered Rowdy one. He could end this match at any time he wishes, but he's just assaulting him with any weapon he can get his hands on. This match should be an example to anyone to never try to screw with Chris Masters. This man is just wailing away at Piper. This is maybe the most ferocious attack he's given to anyone who's crossed him thus far. And you can tell he means every bit of this vicious beatdown. Uh-oh, here we go again. Masters is breaking that steel chair over the broken body of the hot rod. And he looks to want to use it as much as he can to inflict the most amount of damage to our bagpipe playing friend. Now he's going for the 2x4. You better get ready because this won't be pretty. And now he's swinging for the fences with that barbed wire wrapped 2x4. To further the disrespect, Chris Masters plants his opponent face first on the outside with his own finishing move. You can only hope for Roddy's sake that this match will be over sooner rather than later. The hot rod is just so helpless, but Masters doesn't seem to care one damn bit. He's got him locked into another master lock. I bet if he had anyone in his corner right now, they'd be throwing in the towel for Roddy Piper. So far, he's used every weapon at his disposal, and the madman's not even close to being finished. It seems like the enraged champion is giving his opponent time to recover. I don't honestly think a few seconds will be anywhere near enough recovery time. The masterpiece looks to be retrieving a sledgehammer. Piper keeps coming back for more, but as he holds his head, I can only imagine that the lights are on, but no one's home. I wish the ref would stop this match because I've lost count of how many weapons have been broken over Piper's body. I just hope someone makes sure there's an ambulance waiting for the hot rod when this is all over. Again with a damn steel chair. I'd advise Masters to stop this massacre, but I saw what happened to the ref earlier. If I'm being honest with you here, I don't think there's going to be a Roddy Piper after this match. This might just be his retirement match, and it's a shame because it's one that has no respect, honor, or dignity. This entire thing has been a one-sided mauling of a legend, and it comes to an end with the champ's bare fist. Where the hell's the blood? I don't really know, but look at what we have here.
I think it's safe to say that Stephanie's affiliation with Rowdy Roddy Piper has come to an end.
Well, these McMahons, they're, fickle, you know.
What you gonna do with that hand, big man? Nothing, I see.
Careful, champ. It's never a good idea to put your hands on the boss's daughter.
I think Mr. McMahon wants the champ to let go of Stephanie.
Well, somebody should have told Mr. McMahon to be careful what he wishes for, because he just got it.
Now where the hell is the WWE title?
I don't believe it. He just threw Stephanie McMahon out of her family's own ring, and the crowd loves it.
That's a gutsy move for sure, Cole, but I ain't sure that's one of the smartest ones he could have made. He might have won this round, but if I know the McMahons, they ain't gonna let this one slide.
Maybe not, Taz, but for tonight at least, the champ has beaten the McMahons at their own game.
The weird part about this whole thing is I didn't realize that first blood match was a WWE title match. Might have had something to do with the fact that the title was absent during the start and aftermath of the entire thing. I only learned that by reading through this annoyingly formatted magazine article. Now, despite that negativity, here's a little something good for us all. Look at that. I hope you enjoy this little snack right here, because things are about to get very weird.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
You wanted to see me, Shane?
Money, 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 money,
Shane!
money. Oh, hey, there you are. Just the guy I've been looking for.
Yeah, I got a message that you had something important to tell me. So what's the deal?
Well, I've got some very exciting news for you. Effective immediately, you've been traded from Raw to SmackDown.
Traded? What for? Did I get on somebody's bad side or something?
No, exactly the opposite. I represented Raw in this deal. And let me tell you, Teddy Long was willing to give up like half his roster to get you in SmackDown. He's convinced that a superstar like yourself, well, it's exactly what Teddy needs to take SmackDown to the top.
Oh, it's true.
Well, I guess I can't argue with that. And I'd love a chance to have that World Heavyweight title around my waist.
Me too.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened sooner rather than later. So on behalf of Raw, let me be the first to congratulate you on a new career as a SmackDown superstar.
Well, on behalf of SmackDown, let me be the first to offer Raw my condolences on officially becoming the number 2 brand in sports entertainment. Later, Shano.
Damn, dude. Let him down easy next time. What's with his face? It looks creepier than that dude from the bar. Oh hey, the Masterpiece's biggest fan, Coach, is letting him know that he's trading in his WWE title for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm surprised there isn't a cutscene of Coach wrapping the damn thing around Chris's waist himself. I know he would have loved that. The next storyline is called A New Leaf, and I doubt it has anything to do with growing flowers. It's good old JBL.
Hey, champ. I've been meaning to tell you how happy I am that we've got such an outstanding man such as yourself as our World Heavyweight Champion. I tell you what, SmackDown hasn't had such a noble champion with such a bright future since, well...
Let me guess, since you were champ?
Oh, I don't like to talk about myself. Besides, this is your time now. Let me tell you what, if there's anything you need, anything at all, you just come to your buddy JBL. You hear me?
Actually, there is something. I just found out from our general manager, Teddy Long, that I've got a tag team match against Hardcore Holly and Ken Kennedy next weekend.
And you need a partner, right? Say no more, champ. JBL's got your back. I'll see you next week, pal.
Was that actually JBL?
You don't believe for a second that JBL is actually sincere in his praise for the champion, do you?
Come on, cut him some slack, Cole. Why are you always thinking the worst about people?
This guy must be a robot or an android trying to replace him or something, but wasn't told about his personality beforehand.
Hey, champ, it's me, JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. Listen, I just wanted to tell you that I can't wait for our tag team match against Holly and Mr. Kennedy. And don't worry, pal, I'm not about to let anything happen to our World Heavyweight Champion, and you can take that to the bank.
This man is going way too far out of his way to come off as nice. There's nothing wrong with being an asshole. Just ask the guy we're about to face. And besides, I'd rather have JBL be a backstabber than someone on his knees with his hands out in front of the champ. Just gonna say before the match even gets too deep, there is no way in hell anyone's beating the team of the Masterpiece and JBL. You got two big boys, and one of them specializes in the Master Lock, and the other one has one of the best striking finishes of all time, the Clothesline from Hell. And I don't want to hear anything about a damn sweet chin music either. With that in mind, those two take on Hardcore Holly and Ken Kennedy. Damn, getting TNA flashbacks from that one. So I feel kind of bad about saying this, but not really because I'm actually about to say it. I don't like either of these two guys. Double H over here, Hardcore Holly, was good in the ring, but whenever he cut a promo, my ears would bleed and my eyes would cross. And I never thought Kennedy was anything special either. He was just mid, and I didn't like the fact that he was taking on The Undertaker either. Yeah, I was kind of a big Undertaker fan back in the day. Look, I understand the importance of putting over the new guys, but I never felt like Ken Kennedy should have ever been in the ring with The Undertaker. And don't get me started on his TNA run either. Now let's get back to this match before I say something to actually piss someone off. Chris Masters has taken on so many great names up to this point. Hogan, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Edge, The Rock, Daivari. And for some reason, he's in the ring with these two. I bet when Kennedy and Holly saw they were going to be in the ring with the greatest WWE and World Heavyweight Champion there has ever been, they got so excited for the opportunity. But I wonder if Hardcore is still excited after taking the beating he has already. I'm sure he loves when another man, preferably one bigger than him, is beating his ass as hard as possible. JBL gets a tag, and in the process, he and the Masterpiece drop Holly with a powerbomb. It looks like there's absolutely nothing left in the tank for him, so JBL shouldn't have to work very hard to keep him down. And right as I say that, the former WWE Champion is on his back. Don't worry, rich man, Masters has your back. Now, is it me or does JBL wrestle like a heel? He's supposed to be this super sweet guy who changed his life around, right? Yeah, what's up with that rope break? Well, I suppose I'll disregard that for now, but I got my eye on you, Layfield. Despite that, Chris Masters is just going to rough up Mr. Kenderson or whatever the hell his name is. It feels like he gets hurt rather easily, but I'm not sure. I should check his durability one day when I actually care. Now, as we already know, Masters isn't the type of partner to just stand in the corner and do nothing. He likes to get knee-deep into his opponent's backs. Layfield is slamming his fist into the head of Holly over and over again. The constant attacks to his head are continuing. JBL fight like he's pissed off about something. If these guys have any history, I'm unaware of it. And he's busted wide open. Does Hardcore Holly even have a slim chance of making a comeback in this mad brawl of a match? JBL just punted Holly in the balls. Clothesline from hell. Blink and you miss it. Watch your back, big man. There's a hyena behind you.
Whoa, what's Kennedy up to? I don't know, but... Whoa. JBL damn near took Kennedy's head off. With an entirely unprovoked attack, mind you. JBL hasn't changed one...
Did you not see Ken?
You saw Kennedy? He was about to attack the champ.
Right? You don't just walk up on someone with their back turned, especially in the ring. Of course Kennedy recovered from the clothesline from hell. It's not a career-threatening move. It's just one that'll knock your dick stiff, but it wouldn't kill you. I don't know how that's worthy of making the magazine, but whatever, I guess.
Hey, champ. Looks like Teddy Long's put me on the shelf for a week after the little incident that happened after our match last week. Can't say as I blame him. I guess I must have shown a little irrational exuberance out there. Must have been the crowd that got me all fired up. Did you hear them cheering for us last week? We were like a couple of wrestling gods. Anyway, I can't wait to work together again soon. Good luck out there tonight.
Never trust anyone who sounds like that.